In this training, we're going to explain the immunization procedure. As immunization is a primary healthcare procedure, we're going to select the Clinic Pro icon. In our service lookup screen, we're going to search for immunization, and we see that we've got immunization adult as well as baby, as well as state stock. We're going to select the baby for this illustration. Again, we've got our consent forms, which you can view and pre-print and let the mother sign. It's just the consent and indemnity to conduct the vaccination or immunization procedure. We're going to, however, continue to the questions. The compulsory questions is the immunization process itself, as well as the risk assessment questionnaire. So we first complete the risk assessment questionnaire, and it should be no in most cases. You can read your questions carefully and answer. Remember to scroll down to the bottom. After completing all the fields, we can click on the Done button to move on to our next questionnaire or steps. The immunization page displays all the different immunization at the different ages. The green tick mark at birth indicates that these immunizations were given at birth to this baby. And the nice thing about Allegra is, even if the mother loses her immunization card, we still keep it electronically. So if you scroll down to your right, you can see that these 3 immunizations were given on the 25th of July by the examiner, and those were the drugs that were given, the follow-up dates for those specific immunizations, the age of the baby at that stage, as well as the batch numbers and expiry dates. And these can be printed. We're now moving on to little Amy's 6 weeks immunization schedule. So we select our first vaccine, DTP, click on the Administer button, and a list of stock items or vaccinations display. We select the specific one. In our case, we're going to select Infanrix Hexa, and we can see here that Infanrix Hexa is applicable to all these different vaccinations. So double click to select it, and these blue arrows indicate that the Infanrix Hexa is applicable to all 4 these conditions. So we're going to enter the batch number as well as the expiry date. The examiner, if it's another examiner than yourself that's logged in, you need to change that to your name, today's date, and then the next to follow update, which is in October, a month from now. That's why it's important that we give our days in the age as well, because it's specifically for the baby vaccinations. We cannot give this vaccine before a full month, and therefore we need to move to October 25th. In this case, because we want our patient to come back to our clinic, we open our diary, we go to the 25th of October, and we are going to book the patient for the immunization. So we've confirmed little Amy's booking at 10 o'clock on the 25th of October, and we can close our diary. We move back to the vaccination screen or the immunization screen. We complete the rest of the fields, the site, the mode, and we can now either finish or we can move on to the next vaccination. We're not going to do the oral polio vaccine because we already did the IPV. Going to select the pneumococcal. Administer and select our drug and complete the fields. Batch number, expiry date, follow-up date is again the 25th of October. There's already a booking for the 25th of October. Put the site and the mode and move on to our last vaccine. You can at any time come back and do a vaccination later if, for instance, you don't have the product in stock. So you can complete the rotavirus the same way. When we're completely done, we're going to click on the Done button, and you must make sure, you need to confirm that you are done, because once that you've clicked on this button, you cannot change anything. So make sure you didn't make a mistake, you've done everything that you wanted to do, and then you can click on the yes button and confirm. Now, most healthcare professionals do the baby observation as well. When you're done with that, you can click on done. Just note that you can at any time during a consultation open your diary to make another booking. You can look at the observation report of a previous report. You can view the consultation history. So you can go back at any time to look at any of your previous findings or another healthcare professional's previous findings on this specific patient. So let's just click on done and finish. And now we have finished with our baby immunization. We can save our consultation. And there is our invoice with our service and the 3 different products that we've given. We can check our prices, add another ICD-10 code if we want to. And if we're satisfied, we can save and close. Would you like to print an invoice? And again, the invoice displays with all the correct detail for the patient to submit to the medical aid, and with a barcode to scan at your point of sale to be able to pay for this specific invoice. This concludes our clinic services in WellScreen as well as in Clinic Pro. Next, we are going to look at added services.